disability is the inability to accept and respect the differences. Good morning everyone, myself Kohinoor from 9 SHELLY, and today on the behalf of ZORAWAR SINGH House, I am going to deliver a speech on the topic, the barrier between us. With the barrier is a difference between the normal people and the disabled ones. Picture this, you're in the MRT, you're scrolling through your phone, and then you notice this woman over here saying hello, hello to everybody, but no eye contact made. And then you notice this man over here who's also scrolling through his phone, and when he takes notice of that lady, he gives a raised eyebrows look. I encountered myself in this situation a few months ago on my way to school. I was furious at that man's reaction, but what I also noticed was that reaction was demonstrated by several other people in that cabin. I kept quiet and I went home and dwelled on it. I later realized that lady was a special needs person. So special needs, huh? What is it? In my opinion, special needs is a euphemism for disabled and separate. Disabled, it's a very common term. You may have heard it in many places. Disabled individual, disabled person, but separate? Have you ever tried to link the word disabled with separate? Maybe not, but I did. How did I link it? Let me explain this to you. So here we are, the normal people community. In this community, the people go to normal mainstream schools, recreational centers with swimming pools. The people here are in normal social circles. And then there is this barrier. And across this barrier is a totally different community. They are the special needs families. They live in a separate environment, they have separate services, separate facilities, and everything with the word separate in front of it. But why this barrier, may I ask? What is the need of this barrier? This barrier is a discrimination of us people in this community with them. We have pushed them away, and in this way, we have harmed ourselves as well. Let me illustrate this to you. Take an example of global warming. The harm toxins that are being released into the air will toxify the environment. And what will they also do? They will shorten our lifespan. They will harm us. Similarly, when we push these people away, we will never recognize their talent. Take an example of Ix-Xii. He's a limbless person, but a great speaker. Suppose a deaf girl. She cannot hear, but she can dance so well, maybe better than Michael Jackson. Ix-Xii, we embrace his talent. We welcomed him with two hands despite his disability. If we could tell Nick that, yes, you're great, why can't we tell the rest of the people that they are great as well? My question is, if we could embrace Nick, why can't we embrace all these people? And at the end of my speech, I would say that judge a person based on his ability, not his disability, because the ability of a person is what defines him or her. Thank you.
A very pleasant good morning to all the dignitaries. My name is KAUR and I am a student of class +2 medical, and I am representing ZORAWAR SINGH House in this speech competition. So my dear friends, before moving on to my topic for today, I have two questions for all of you. My first question, have you ever said sorry in your life? If your answer is yes, then this is for you. My second question, have you ever forgiven a person even though that person didn't ask you sorry? Think, just think. Today, before I end this speech, I'm sure I'll create a spark within you which will make you to think that yes, I'll try to forgive. Yes, my dear friends, my topic for today is forgiveness. Today I'm going to focus on two aspects of forgiveness. One, why some people can't forgive, and two, the power of forgiveness. So moving to my first aspect for today, why some people can't forgive. I believe there are two reasons behind that. One, we don't get an apology, right? He didn't say sorry, she didn't apologize, why should I forgive? Ask yourself, do you do that? My second reason, people lack the ingredient of forgiveness within them. Once I read a story. It was about a yogi who saves a scorpion from a flooding river. So the yogi saw that the scorpion is about to die and he goes on to protect him. As usual, the scorpion bites him. So he goes on again, the scorpion bites again, and this happens about 3 times. A passing by devotee saw that. He asked the yogi, "What are you doing? Why are you saving the scorpion? It's biting you, just leave it off." The reply of yogi was very different. Do you know what he said? He said, "If this little creature, this scorpion, can't let go its character of biting me, how can I let go my character of helping it?" So my dear friends, the yogi was able to practice forgiveness in his life only because he contained the ingredient of forgiveness within him. And that, my dear friends, is love and compassion. So moving to my second aspect for today, why the power that you get by forgiving someone. I believe when you forgive a person, the main power that you gain is that you lead a happy and healthy life. Yes, my dear friends, it's about you. When you're forgiving a person, you are healing yourself, your body, your mind, your soul. When you're forgiving a person, it's like putting medicine on your wound. My dear friends, unless and until you forgive a person, the wound won't disappear. It will be there. So learn to forgive. So I, Parmeet Kaur, as a youngster, as a human being, have a very basic advice for all of you. I know we all have been hurt in life, right? We all have grudges. We all have been hurt. Forgive them. Just forgive them. Unless until you won't forgive, you won't be able to move on. Forgiveness is a gift. It's your gift towards yourself, from yourself. So learn to give that gift to you. Live, love, forgive. This gift is within you. You just have to search within. And I'm ending my speech with this message that forgiveness, you believe that it's an 11-letter word. I believe it is a 4-letter word. L-O-V-E, love. Thank you.
Myself, Shivangi Jain from class 10th enrolled, and today I stand before you as a participant of English speech competition. Hope you all are hale and hearty. So I have chosen an evergreen topic, that is, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. So we all have heard about Albert Einstein. The word Einstein in itself stands for intelligence and synonyms of genius. So here's a small fact from Einstein's life. Einstein, the pioneer of theory of general relativity, couldn't speak fluently until the age of 9. He was called a freak. He was refused admission in the Zurich Technical School due to his rebellious nature. But these early setbacks in his life couldn't stop him from achieving the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Why? Because he believed that success is failure in progress. So what do we conclude? We conclude that doesn't matter if you haven't achieved anything great yet. You may be an Einstein in yourself. Never underestimate your power. So, no one knows what's gonna happen next, but we can hope for the best. We have seen many people fail. Why? Because they give up. They don't live their dreams. But most of the successful people, they don't reject their failure. They accept it. They try to learn from it. They don't fall from the first failure. They accept their first failure, their 10 failures, 100, million or 1,000. Why? Because they have determination, perseverance. They know that for my goal, I'm going to do whatever the best I can do for it. So why can't we do if the other successful people can do it in their life? Try to practice it. So here are few steps that can help you out to achieve your goal. First is that you should wake up early. I personally believe that our brain is most alert at this point of time. You can focus and concentrate on your studies well. There is no external disturbance at this time. Second is manage your time efficiently. so that you come to know that are you progressing at the right pace or not. It will also help you to increase your output. Next is work smart. Along with the hard work, you need to work smartly as well, because only hard work doesn't pay. For example, you have to make notes. It doesn't mean you need to copy the whole book. So what's the difference between the book and the notes? Even our brain cannot interpret all these things at once. It is better to write the small key points which our brain can easily remember. So, at last, I just want to say that failure is not the end of your story. Failure is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your comeback story. Always remember this thing.